So we were on the topic of types of reproduction, isn't it? All of you can hear me, children? So, all of you are hearing me? Please respond.
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
audible to all of you?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we will start with the types of reproduction. Wait a minute. Now, who is just making noise in the class? Just mute your mic. Okay. So, we were discussing yesterday that how many types of vegetative reproduction is there, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Just wait. Okay. Vegetative propagation we were discussing. So now it is clear that whenever a question is asked to you all that describe the vegetative propagation by stem. So first example you should give about the birds and potatoes, and then if it is particularly asked about the layering method and grafting method, then you will give the example of this bougainvillea and jasmine, and these all are the particularly those questions are for that. Okay. Then after that, now do you have any problem in understanding vegetative propagation by stem?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No.
नहीं है? चलो अब
No,
हम
ma'am.
लोग करते हैं। Okay, now come to the topic of sexual reproduction. Now, children, first of all, what is sexual reproduction? Kinjal, you say.
Yes, ma'am. Sexual reproduction is a reproduction that requires the involvement of two individuals, typically on each sex.
Okay. Then what are I asked a question yesterday that what are the different reproductive organs present in a plant? So Abhi, I want the answer from you.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you repeat your question?
What are the reproductive organs present in a plant? What are the different parts of the reproductive organ? Reproductive organ is our flower, isn't it? But
Yes,
what are the different parts over there?
Ma'am, the different parts of flower is, ma'am, stamen and pistil. Ma'am, stamen is of anther and filament, and ma'am, pistil is of stigma, style, and ovary.
Very
Ma'am,
good.
uh,
Great.
ma'am,
Did not
there are
answer the question.
petals.
No,
Ma'am,
no,
there are
don't
petals in a
go to petals and sepals. No need to include it. Only two
Okay, ma'am.
types of male reproductive organ and female reproductive organ. Because my question is, what are the reproductive organ? Although they all are
Okay.
combined, but we will say if it is asked that it is what is the name of the reproductive organ, you will say flower. Then what are the different parts of that reproductive organ? Then you will say this is stamen and pistil, and stamen contains anther and filament, and pistil contains stigma, style, and ovary. That is
Ovary.
sufficient. Then next,
Yes, ma'am.
you all understand what is the female part and what is the male part? Divya Prakash.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Divya Prakash, do you
Yes,
understand?
ma'am.
Can you differentiate which one is the female part and which one is the male part?
Yes, ma'am.
Bolo.
Ma'am, male part is the stamen which contains anther and filament, and the female part is known as carpel or pistil, which consists of sigma, style, or ovary.
Yes, correct. Then comes to, from which part of the flower do we get fragrance? Srishti. Which part of the flower gives us fragrance and attracts insects? Srishti Singh,
Yes, ma'am.
you tell me which part of the flower gives us fragrance and which one attracts insects.
Ma'am, petal gives fragrance and
Also attracts insects for
and
pollination.
ma'am, pollen.
It is correct, children. You are going correctly that petals gives fragrance and it also attracts insects for pollination. You will just answer like this. Yeah, that will be sufficient. Now, then one more question arises from here, that which one why does these petals have bright colors? Generally, we see the petals of the flowers are very brightly colored. Honey Kumari,
Yes, ma'am.
can you reason this, that why the petals are brightly colored?
Ma'am, petals are bright in color, so it can be easy to transfer the pollen grains from one place to another.
No, it is color doesn't matter on this, and transfer of pollen grains is not taking place with petals.
Yes, ma'am.
Mannat, do you have the answer?
Ma'am,
Why
because
petals are brightly colored?
because petal are usually bright colored because of produce fragrance.
Fragrance also doesn't matter with bright color. Who will answer? Ankur. Can you
Ma'am, can
Yes,
I?
ma'am. Ma'am,
bolo.
ma'am, because it helps to attract the insects for pollination.
Yes, this is the correct answer. If the bright color will be there, bright color does generally catches our eye, isn't it? The same thing happens with the insects also. When the petals are brightly colored, they sit on the flower, they suck the nectar, and then they just in greed of getting the nectar, unknowingly they transfer the pollen grain to the other flower or to the stigma. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
बात समझ में आई? Unknowingly, they are just for the greed of the nectar or just bright color. The insects sit on the flowers due to they get attracted, and then when they sit, they just suck the nectar. They get the food in that way, and just the anther stick to their wings, their the tentacles, and then that is getting transferred to the other part, female part of the flower, and in that way pollination and fertilization takes place. Clear to all of you? So all of you please
Yes, ma'am.
reason the question, because nowadays I am seeing the trend that the questions are not very directly coming to your in your exam, and sometimes this type of question may come. Then after that, let us come to the next question. Anshika Mishra. Are you
Yes,
there?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Differentiate between unisexual and bisexual flowers with examples.
Unisexual flowers. Flowers having anther only, stigma, or only the pistil. Bisexual. Flowers having both stigma and pistil.
No, stigma and pistil, you are saying the same thing. Stigma is also what? Female reproductive part. And pistil is also female reproductive part. You say stamen. आप stamen बोलिएगा ना? Stamen is the male reproductive part. Don't get confused, children. हमेशा याद रखो, stamen is your male reproductive part. Male reproductive part. Male reproductive part. Clear? ये आपका मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट है. इसमें आपका क्या क्या होता है? एंथर एंड फिलामेंट. एंथर and second one is filament. And stigma is your female reproductive. Both are starting from S. Don't get confused. This is your female reproductive part. Female reproductive part. So, what you will say, who will repeat this answer? Shivam. What is the difference between unisexual and bisexual?
Unisexual flower. The flower having either only pistil or only stigma is called unisexual flower. And bisexual flower.
बोल रहे हो? Pistil और stigma same चीज है. Again you are repeating the same answer. Stamen बोलो, pistil or stamen.
Yes.
Why you are telling stigma? अभी हम क्या बताएं? Pistil और stigma is the same thing. Pistil भी आपका वही है. Pistil, carpel, ये सब क्या हुआ? Female reproductive के लिए यूज होता है. Again repeat, Shivam. फिर से बोलो.
Unisexual flower. Unisexual flower. A flower have either only pistil or only stamen is called unisexual flower. Bisexual flower. Flower having both stamen and pistil are called bisexual flower.
Yes. Correct. Examples, all of you please remember, like papaya, corn are your unisexual, and tomato, brinjal, mustard, these are your bisexual. Then next comes Mannat.
Yes, ma'am.
You tell me what is pollination?
The transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma in flower is known as pollination.
Yes. Then after that, Rishabh. Rishabh. No. Gauri.
Yes, ma'am.
Rishabh is there? Yes. You tell me what is self-pollination and what is cross-pollination, or differentiate between self-pollination and cross-pollination.
Self-pollination. The pollination that is occurs from anther to stigma in a same flower is known as self-pollination, and cross-pollination happens when pollen grain is transferred from anther to stigma in different flowers.
That is known as cross-pollination. Clear? Yes. Then next is Alok Kumar. Alok, Amarjeet, Amarjeet, are you there? Alok Kumar, Aradhya, you all join and you all just sit idle over there or what? Ayush, Kaushik, okay, then Kinjal,
Yes, ma'am.
what are pollinators?
Pollinators are the agent that transfer the pollen from plant to the other plant of the same species.
Once again, Abhigya, pollinators clear karo. The voice was not clear. Abhigya Mishra,
Yes, ma'am.
what are pollinators?
Ma'am, stigma is called pollinators.
नहीं, आपका आवाज नहीं आया, फिर से बोलिए.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the agents that carry or transfer the pollen grains from an anther to stigma is called pollinators.
Example. What are the examples
Example.
of pollinators?
Example, insects like butterfly, honeybee.
Wind will also be a pollinator. Wind, bees, butterflies, insects, birds, rats, bats, all many things which are present in the nature. Then after that, Ankur, Ankur Anand, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
You tell me what is fertilization?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, pollen grains germinate when they fall on the stigma of the flower. A pollen tube is there that helps the anther to reach the ovule, and then the male and female gametes. The male and female reproductive cells fuse to form a gamete. Fuse to form. Sorry, ma'am. The male and reproductive cells called gametes fuse to form a zygote. This process of fusion of the male and female gametes is called fertilization.
Don't go to such a long answer, Ankur. Simply you say the process of fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. There, it is a short definition should be there. No need to go in such a long detail. Clear?
Yes.
When does, at which stage does the baby plant grow? Gauri.
Ma'am, please repeat the question.
At which stage does the baby plant grows? When does that development of that baby plant takes place? Is it that fusion is going on and after fertilization it will develop into a baby plant? No, there are some stages now. So at what stage will it grow into a baby plant? It will grow into a baby plant in the embryonic stage, at embryo stage. So just follow my language, what I am telling, that at what stage, when here the zygote will divide, then it will develop into different parts of the plant. and then at the embryo stage, the baby plant, growth of baby plant will take place. Okay? Is it clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, after that, what stage does the sepal, petal, stamens, and stigma usually dry up and fall off? Mannat. At what stage does the sepals, petals, stamens, and stigma usually dry up and fall off?
Ma'am, fate of flowers after.
Now, why are you telling fate of flowers? That is a language to describe. You say fertilization. Why do you go to the bookish language? That means you are not getting the main summary of that point. Clear? When will have you ever watched the plants and trees in your surrounding? A time comes
Yes.
when all the flowers and sepals and petals, they just shed off. So after fertilization, this happens. Clear? When the growth of this zygote is taking place and that is developing into a new plant, then that will happen. Then after that, what are cotyledons? Rupali Kumari. What are cotyledons? And where it is present? Where is these cotyledons present? You all are just showing as if these words are not described in your class. सब describe हुआ है class में. ये आपका seed है. Seed has what? Stored food. Suppose this is your gram seed. Clear? When you soak this gram seed, you see that the skin comes out. And these two parts gets bifurcated. मोनोकॉट और डाइकॉट हम नहीं बताए हैं क्लास 7E. क्लास में आप लोग को ये बताया गया है या नहीं बताया गया? आप लोग ये बोलिए.
मैम बताया गया है.
तो फिर
बताया गया.
तो सब लोग साइलेंट क्यों हो? ये cotyledons means the seed stores the food inside those cotyledon. In the cotyledon only the food is preserved. For what? It is preserved for the baby plant, which is going to come out from this seed. So, when there are two types of cotyledons also, one having only one single, like in rice. आप राइस में देखोगे इस तरह का एक सिंगल ड्रॉप होता है, only one. Then wheat is also like this. And when you will soak it, you will not see that its cotyledons are getting bifurcated. But the pulses, all the pulses, either gram, then you say arhar, masoor, moong, everything, whatever these are, like your beans, आप देख लो उसमें बहुत prominent होता है, rajma, and that also we have got a brown coating and it can be bifurcated into two parts. So those seeds which can be bifurcated into two parts, they are known as dicot. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Dicotyledons. Dicotyledons. और जो एक पार्ट में रहता है उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Monocotyledons. Monocotyledons. Is it clear, children? तो dicot का एग्जाम्पल कौन होगा? Pulses. All are keeping quiet, silent. Pulses भी अभी ना बात किए, ये दो पार्ट में डिवाइड हो जाता है जब आप उसको सोक करते हैं तो. और मोनोकॉट किसको बोलते हैं? Cereals, grains like your maize, wheat, rice. These all are your monocotyledon. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
तो आपको अगर मान लीजिए क्वेश्चन आता है कि where is the food stored in a baby for a baby plant in the seed, तो आप क्या बोलिएगा? At which part of the seed? हाँ बोलो, कौन बोल रहा है? It is correct. Then why do you feel that you are speaking wrong? अभी ना बताएंगे आपको.
मैम कॉटिलेडन.
हाँ तो कॉटिलेडन बोलो ना. Then after that at what stage does the fruit grow? Fruit कब grow करने लगता है?
मैम क्या है?
हाँ बोलिए.
Ma'am, after the fertilization, ma'am, the ovary gets ripened and it forms a fruit.
Okay, very good. Then after that, what are the conditions which is required for germination of seed? We say that suitable condition, favorable condition, but what are they? क्या क्या है वो? बताओ. What are the conditions which are suitable for germination of seed? Now, children, you all are showing that as if you have not studied this chapter. ऐसा दिखा रहे हो कि आप लोग चैप्टर तो पढ़े ही नहीं हो अभी तक. Srishti, tell me what are the conditions that is required for the germination of seed? If you are going to keep it in an ice box, will it germinate?
No, ma'am.
Seeds are kept in an ice box, will it
Ma'am, can
germinate?
I
हाँ,
No,
Rupali,
ma'am.
बोलिए.
Water.
Pardon?
Ma'am, the conditions that required for the germination of seed is the proper water, oxygen, and proper temperature.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oxygen, water, and proper temperature, warmth. That is also very necessary. Children, very simple way to see the germination. You soak some gram seed in water, okay, overnight, and take it out and keep it tie it in a cloth and keep it in a box, or you can say in a basket. Just cover it. And you will see that small white color structure comes out from this. है ना? आप ऐसे सोक करके जब रखते हो तो ग्राम में से ऐसे white color का structure निकला हुआ देखे हो कभी? Have you ever seen?
Yes,
white
ma'am.
structure coming out
Ma'am.
from the soaked gram seed.
Yes.
So what
Yes,
is
ma'am.
that? What is
Yes,
that? It is very nutritive also. That is your germination process being started. So here, if you are not providing it soil is also necessary. So if you are not providing it soil, for some length it will grow, but it will not get bifurcated, because that is also very necessary. Soil is also very necessary. So for the initial stage, you can see that the gram is getting germinated. Clear? But as you have told, water, then you have said appropriate temperature, and you have said oxygen. And then after that, for some plants, it is for some maximum plant requires soil, but few plants can germinate in water also, like aquatic one and all. Clear? लेकिन ऐसे आपको soil की भी जरूरत. Now next. You in this topic, seed dispersal, you have to know the different types of method of dispersal of seed, and also why this dispersal is necessary. So One of you, Anshika. Why dispersal of seed is necessary? Why today all of you are so
Ma'am,
lazy?
can I?
Ma'am,
Can I?
honey?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
this
can I, Ankaran?
Okay,
spread
please.
out and grow in new place. If the seed are not dispersal, a large number of germination seedlings can grow very close to the parent plant. This will result in a
Competition. You are not
combination
able to
between.
read the word back because you are reading from the book.
No, ma'am.
This is very bad, children. You have to learn all these
Ma'am,
things.
can I?
हाँ बोलिए, अंकुर बोलिए. You are not knowing
Yes,
that
ma'am.
word also.
Ma'am, dispersal of seeds are necessary because if seeds are not dispersed, a large number of germinating seeds will grow very close to the parent plant. The competition for getting light is minerals, water, and space is there. That's why.
Okay.
Ma'am, can I, Simon?
Simon, tell.
Yes, ma'am. The seed also have the plant to spread out and grow in new place. If the seed are not dispersal, a large number of germinating seedling can grow very close to the parent's plant. This will result in competition between all such seedling as well as the parent's plant. The competition is for getting light, space, water, and nutrition. So dispersal of seed are necessary for growth of plant.
Okay, very good. Now
Ma'am,
next
can I,
one.
honey? Ma'am, can I, honey?
Honey, tell.
If seed is not dispersed, a large number of sibling and well as parent plant grow close to each other. This will be result competition between all such sibling and parent plant for getting air, water, space, light because they are very important for the survival of the plants.
Okay. Now after that, Mannat, you tell me the different methods by which we can disperse seed. Mannat,
And please repeat a question.
what are the different methods of dispersal of seeds with one example of each?
Ma'am, I can't hear you.
What are the different methods of dispersal of seeds? Give one example of each. Others also
Ma'am,
can't hear me.
Ma'am, can I, honey?
Ma'am, can I?
Gauri, Gauri.
Ma'am,
Yes. Ma'am, dispersal by wind, dispersal by water, dispersal by animals, and dispersal by explosion of fruits. And the examples are dispersal by wind, egg, dispersal by water, coconut, dispersal by animal, dispersal by animal, ma'am, dispersal by animal,
And apple or cherry?
Explosion of fruit.
apples and cherries, and dispersal by explosion of fruits, balsam.
It is balsam and castor, children. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
with this, we have come to this end of the lesson of this chapter number 9. Any problem in this chapter, children?
No, ma'am, no problem.
No, ma'am.
Your homework will be to practice the diagram of flower. That is very, very important related to this chapter. And please, children, try to
Yes.
just differentiate between male part and female part. That you all do this mistake every time. Again and again. And different types of asexual reproduction, vegetative propagation, and the examples of vegetative propagation. So the next chapter which we will do is Soil is there in your syllabus?
No, ma'am. Chapter 11, electric
No.
charges and rest.
Ma'am,
Okay, so
chapter
we will
11.
come to electric charges and at rest in the next class. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you. Same to you.